I've been talking about this in our accountability group a lot with the emails, the consistent emails to fire out to people. Like, and I'm doing this right now with my email list. You could just have one thing. It could be, here's number one thing I learned about mortgages this week. And that's the whole frame of your video that goes out to your email list that drips on them and looks for opportunities. It can be structured as simple as that one thing. We all have things that we either learned, a scenario with a client this week, something we were reminded of that we learned 9 years ago that we just sort of forgot about, and it came back into our world. And so that's how I come up with the framework for my three things is I have a diary of all the stuff that I do in a day, and I just go back and I pluck out three things. But you could even just have it as one. There are things you're doing every single day. Here's the number one thing I learned this week is clients are listening to the peanut gallery a little too much. They're listening to the people who aren't experts. And what I mean by that is I had a client, let's call him Fred. Fred was out shopping thinking he could afford an $800,000 home, when in all reality, there was no way Fred was ever going to be able to afford that home. So I had to burst his bubble. But I came in with a backup plan, a plan B. And the plan B was we get you into a 6.25 property, we start paying a mortgage down, and we put a plan in place to get you into the $900,000 home in 3-4 years from now. But that's the number one problem I'm seeing right now, right? Your number one thing is more framework for you than it is the people you're sending the email or making the videos for. It's framework for you to just focus on one idea and not feel like you have to tell a story every time, like a 2-3 minute story.